Okay, good morning to everyone. I welcome you all to this lecture series on analog circuits. This is lecture number 16 of this module or lecture number 46 of your entire syllabus. I guess I am audible and the screen is visible. So today we're going to move ahead with our discussion on filters, and we're going to discuss the concept related to band pass filters. Now let's try to give you a small brief about what all the things we have learned, especially in filter section. Let's try to have a small recap of what all the things we have done till now. Now we started with low pass filter, and that too it was first order Butterworth low pass filter, and then we moved further to understand the second order nature of low pass filter. So these together are one concept. And the second one, what we did was first order high pass filter. All are Butterworth filters only. And then yesterday we looked into second order high pass filter. In fact, yesterday I told you about the first order high pass filter, and I'm going to give an expression regarding the second order Butterworth high pass filter also today. I'm going to look into that. And today we're going to have a discussion on the band pass filters. And in these band pass filters, you're going to see two categories, that is wide band and narrow band. And in the subsequent class, we are going to look into the last category of filter, which is nothing but your band reject filter. So altogether in your content, in your syllabus, there are 4 categories of filters that are being mentioned. And in each category, you could find two sections. The low pass filter and high pass filter had first order and second order, making it 4 combination. In the band pass and band reject, you will be having again 2 categories, that is wide and narrow band. So like that, if you can consider, there will be 8 filters. Now, I just want to highlight here one important aspect, not to get confused with all the expressions. Here, practicing is the key, and you should remember any one particular expression and try to understand how the circuit behaves. So there are 2 things you should remember whenever you write the content from examination point of view. The first one being the circuit diagram, very, very important. If the circuit diagram itself is wrong, then nothing can be done. The second one being the expression, whatever you are going to write for that particular circuit diagram, especially with respect to the filters. So these 2 expressions are the main thing. Remaining thing you can just reproduce from the circuit diagram or from the graph, because as we know, when we say low pass filter, it is going to pass only the lower frequency content, and accordingly you can just draw the graph. And when I say high pass filter, accordingly you can draw the graph because it is going to pass only the higher frequency content. And when I say band pass filter, it is going to allow only certain band of frequencies. So the graph becomes very easy just because you remember the name of the circuit. From that only you can extract the graph. But the most important part is the circuit. So circuit thing you should remember, and wherever R and C's are connected. So you just remember low pass filter figure. Low pass filter figure ನೀವು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈ ಪಾಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ you just swap the R and C. So you just remember first order low pass filter. So you when you remember that first order low pass filter, your the R and C values accordingly you just remember. So once you remember the first order low pass filter, and accordingly you can reproduce the first order high pass filter as well. So because in the low pass filter, the connection of R and C will be like this, and in the high pass filter it will be exactly opposite. So this is with respect to first order. And what about the second order? You are just supposed to replicate the same scenario for your second order. So just increase one more R and one more C, that will make your entire circuit behave as a second order. So in this way, you can remember the four combination or the four circuit: first order Butterworth low pass, second order Butterworth low pass, first order Butterworth high pass, and second order Butterworth high pass. So four circuit diagrams are remembered. Once you remember the circuit diagram, drawing the graph is easy. As I was telling, for your low pass filter, the graph was, it is going to pass the lower frequency. So lower frequency pass ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಬೇಕು. So since it is large than it is greater than 0, or it is going towards the incremental side of the f, so this will have fh. Again, don't get confused. Low pass filter ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ fh ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, for low pass filter ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ fl ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂತೀರಿ, it will be fh. So accordingly the graph will be like this. At exactly this point the gain starts to decrease. So this is your low pass filter graph, and accordingly high pass filter graph will be, it is going to allow only those filter or only those frequencies which are greater than certain lower frequency. So if frequency kinta jaasti idid content aste it is going to allow. And try to remember the axis. X axis is always your frequency, y axis is your gain in dB. And how do we calculate gain? Gain in dB can be calculated. If I know the magnitude, I can easily calculate 20 log of that particular value. I am going to get the gain value in dB. So if you can remember that, so that would be great. So this is with respect to your graphs. So circuit you can remember using the combination of R and C. Graph you can remember based on the names. So low pass filter idaga L idaga FH anta barutade, H idaga FL anta barutade. You can remember that way. Now comes the expression. So for low pass filter, so the gain equation V naught by Vi, magnitude equation, it will be AF divided by 1 plus F by FH whole square, that will be in the square root. So this is for your first order Butterworth low pass filter. Like I was telling, low pass filter anta bandaga FH anta irutte. Second order bandaga this entire thing will remain as it is, but it will be fourth square. So that is the expression for your second order. And in a similar manner, yesterday we did a small derivation with respect to the high pass filter. So for high pass filter, V naught by Vi, since capacitor and resistors are getting interchanged, for your high pass filter you are going to get AF multiplied by F by FL whole divided by 1 plus F by FL whole square, and that will be in the square root. So this is with respect to your first order. Similarly for the second order, there is a small change. This F by FL in the numerator terms won't be present. Only it is present in the denominator. So AF divided by 1 plus F by FL, it will be fourth square. So like this. So this will be the high pass filters second order. So remembering these equations are also very handy. One then low pass filter, high pass filter will be exactly the similar thing as of what you are like getting for your low pass filter. Ashte anko numerator naga F by FL anno term add agutte. Adu yavaga first order naga, second order naga adu barangilla. So this is why it is not coming. If I keep on solving the derivation, if I solve that derivation and try to simplify the terms, so you'll come to know that that particular term is not going to come. So this is with respect to remembering the concepts related to the previous filters, whatever we have learned. Now let's try to get into today's concept of a band pass filter. Now, as the name suggests, band pass filter is those filters or those filters which are going to pass the selected band of frequencies through them. If that is the scenario, then my graph would look something like this. Again, x-axis will be frequency, y-axis will be gain in dB, and my graph will be like this. Since it is passing a band of frequency, I'll be having two cutoff frequencies. That is, both FL and FH are going to come. So within this band, whatever is the frequency, it is going to pass. And the point at which there is a dip in the frequency from its constant gain at exactly FL and FH. Usually in a low pass filter FH ಗೆ dip ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, high pass filter ಇದ್ದಾಗ FL ಗೆ dip ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಆ dip ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, that particular dip is nothing but your 3 dB frequency. ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ dip ಆದಾಗ? So basically what is that I'm going to say? At that particular frequency, the gain is reduced by 3 dB. Gain distance ಅದರ 3 dB ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So exactly at one of the cutoff frequency, once at FL and once at FH. See, this is basically combination of low pass and high pass. Simply you can remember that way. So ಇದನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ consider ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is behaving like a high pass. ಇದನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ consider ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is behaving like a low pass. So it is basically a combination of low pass and high pass. If I say it is a combination of high pass and low pass, or low pass and high pass, then possibly my circuit diagram would also be the combination of high pass and low pass. What do you think? Exactly. So since it is the graph is a combination of low pass and high pass, my circuit diagram is also the combination of low pass circuit and high pass circuit. So here this concept, or remembering the concept of this entire circuit, is very easy if you remember the circuit diagrams of your low pass and high pass. So I can just draw the low pass and high pass filter circuits side by side. Like for example, I'm going to draw the partial circuit. I'm not going to draw the entire circuit. Anyhow, we know that both the circuits have been done in the previous classes. I'm just going to replicate the same thing. So since here there are multiple R and C's, so naming becomes very important. So try to name them the way how I'm showing now. I'm putting one dash to all the resistance and capacitance, that is superscript as dash and so that indicates it is the they are the parameters of your low pass section. So this is my output. So this is my low pass section or low pass filter. So this side will be my high pass filter. So it is just the combination of both low pass and high pass ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. So this is R1, RF. Yeah, so that's it. So this is your low pass section or low pass filter, and this is your high pass filter. Fine. So this is your entire circuit diagram for your band pass filter. So try to remember the circuit diagrams for your low pass and high pass. Now here, since we have already done the in-depth analysis of low pass filter, all the analysis will follow the same things. It is that we need to identify the voltage at this particular node, which we usually call it as V1, right? And accordingly, we need to multiply the gain equation to your output, to your input voltage. So what we did basically in all the sections, if I consider the high pass or low pass, in now V1 calculate madidvi. So basically V0 is given by AF times V1. Always remember AF times V in. But V in ಅನ್ನೋದು V in ಆಗಿ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. V in ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, it is that voltage which is entering exactly to the node of the op amp. So which is nothing but my V1 or V1 dash, like here. So this becomes AF times V1. So on AF AF, since it is a non-inverting configuration, so my AF will be 1 plus RF by R1 whole multiplied by V1 ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So one more small difference what the textbook has shown and what I used to take. Here they have mentioned as R1 and subsequent resistances as R2, R3. But right now I am also taking the same thing, but sometimes I'll be mentioning it as RI. So what's the difference? RI or R1 then that's not an issue. But the thing is, you should remember the equation properly. So this is my equation, standard equation. Fine. So here no more further analysis is over here. So since as I was telling, this is basically the combination of low pass and high pass filter. So it is going to pass the frequencies between these two cutoff frequencies, that is FL and FH. Now because it is going to pass the frequencies within a specified band, now the question arises, what would be the band width or what would be the size or the region of interest between FL and FH. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಅನ್ಬೋದು ಈಗ FL ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ 10 hertz ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು let's say if I'm taking it as 10 kilohertz, what does this mean? So this band pass filter is going to allow the frequencies between 10 hertz and 10 kilohertz. Now what if I consider the FL as 10 hertz and FH as 1 kilohertz? So ಅವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏನಾದಂಗಾಯ್ತು, ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗಾಟ್ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಡೌನ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 1 ಕಿಲೋ ಹರ್ಟ್ಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಲೋವರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 10 ಅದ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಿಡ್ತ್ ನೌ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 10 hertz and 1 kilohertz, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ earlier it was 10 hertz and 10 kilohertz. So now how do I identify which kind of filter or whether these bands or whether these difference in the lower and higher cut off frequencies are they going to play a major role? So ಅದನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ what we say, we identify something called as figure of merit or figure of merit ಅಂತಂದ್ರೇನು, we try to define one particular property or parameter. ಆ parameter ಮೇಲೆ we are going to identify what category of filter it is under band pass filter section. So we usually call this also as quality factor in a simple terms. So quality factor ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ identify ಮಾಡಬಹುದು whether it is a which kind of band pass filter. Now like I was telling in the beginning of my class, band pass filters are again categorized as narrow band and wide band. So narrow band filters andre hengirtava and wide band filters andre hengirtava. How do I identify based on which particular parameters? Is it that if I just say orally, is it fine, or is there any parameter which defines these narrow band nature and wide band nature? Yes. Now this Q or the quality factor, which is defined or which is named as Q, if this Q has got a value of less than 10, so then it falls under wide band filter. If Q has got a value of greater than 10, then it has a, or it is categorized as narrow band filter. So this is how we categorize the filter. Now again question arises, we say Q, what exactly Q? Q should have some equation, right? Or it should have some content. So what is that Q? So basically I'll try to rub this section. Q is defined as center frequency whole divided by bandwidth. This can be also written as FC by BW. Now again question arises, what exactly is the center frequency? So center frequency is coming into picture because there are now two frequencies that are coming here. Now whatever is the center frequencies among these two frequencies, that is FH and FL nadore, in mid, what is the frequency that is an optimum frequency for both the low pass and high pass filter, that is your center frequency. And FC is given by square root of FH and FL. Remember this. So I know FH, I know FL. If I take the square root of them, then I'm going to get the center frequency. And what about bandwidth? Bandwidth is the difference between FH and FL, because I'll be knowing what is FH, I'll be knowing what is FL. If I take the difference between them, so that will be my bandwidth. So whatever is the FC I'm going to get, I'll just substitute over here, and whatever the bandwidth I have, I'm going to substitute over here. If I do the division, if I'm going to get a value which is more than 10, I say it is a narrow band filter. Narrow band filter, it will be very narrow, something like this. If I say this is a narrow band NB, if I take if I calculate Q and if it comes out to be less than 10, then my filter will be wide band filter. So it will be having a graph something like this. So this is how I am going to identify the band pass filter, or categorize the band pass filter as the wide band and narrow band based on the Q. But of course, this circuit diagram is only specifically meant for your the wide band filter. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು Q ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನನಗೆ greater than 10 ಬಂದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ I say this is going to behave as a wide band filter. But sorry, this is going to behave as a narrow band filter. But otherwise, this circuit as it is your wide band filter only. So this whatever I'm showing over here, this is wide band filter circuit specifically. Narrow band filter, I am going to show you some other circuit which has been built using only one op amp, but I can make this entire filter itself as a wide band and narrow band by just changing this Q value. How do I change it? It depends on the FH and FL. So this is what is the content of this band pass filter. That's it. So this is what is the analysis that what we are supposed to do over here. Now let's try to jot down the gain equation. If I say all these things now, so how does the gain equation looks now? So let's try to write the gain equation. Again, gain equation will be a combination of the high pass and low pass filter. So if that is a scenario, so the gain equation would look something like this: VO by VI magnitude is equal to A F T F by FL whole divided by 1 plus F by FL whole square, 1 plus F by FH whole square, and everything is under root. Yeah. So this is my equation. So if I just remove this, if I don't consider this portion, how exactly it is looking? It is looking like an A of basically what is this AFT? AFT is nothing but AF only. Usually this is nothing but pass band only. AFT ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕಷ್ಟೇ. Here they, instead of calling it as a pass band, they call it as a total pass band. Especially in terms of band pass filters, they call it by the name total pass band. Otherwise, AF would be fine. Basically, AF nothing but pass band only. Whatever filter you are talking, other the pass band is represented by AF. Ignore it. Previously, I gave an equation for your high pass and low pass filter. So if FL is coming into picture, what exactly that means? FL yavag bardati? FL is coming whenever I use high pass filter. And if I just look over here, is it not behaving like the first order high pass filter equation? Nodri, high pass filter equation na eninide AF will be multiplied by F by FL whole divided by 1 plus F by FL whole square. Howda? And why come the first term is high pass only? Because the first circuit here I am writing is high pass, and then it will be low pass. Adike na first high pass the equation barತೀನಿ. So ಈ equation ನಾನು high pass barde, then I need to be writing the equation for low pass. Low pass ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? Again AF divided by 1 plus F by FH whole square. Can see over here. And since this numerator term is related to high pass filter, it is nothing to do with respect to this low pass filter. So low pass equation 9 bartini AF divided by 1 plus F by FH whole square. If I try to replicate this entire thing like this, EF F by FL whole divided by 1 plus F by FL whole square. This is for my high pass, and for my low pass, ignore it. All are same, the circuit or the equation whatever I wrote the previously and whatever I am writing now. So this is your high pass filter equation, then this is your low pass filter equation. And if I club them together, again don't multiply AF and say it as AF square. It is a gain parameter which don't have unit, so it's a unitless parameter, and hence since there are two gains coming into picture in both the equations, I'll take the only one gain as the common. So AF common ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಉಳಿತದೆ F by Fn, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಉಳಿತದೆ ಇದು, they get multiplied. So this is how my equation goes. So ನಾನು final equation ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, AF ಅಂತ ಒಂದೇ ಬರಿತೀನಿ. So this is my entire gain equation for my band pass filter. So that's it about your band pass filter, and narrow band and wide band nano based on that Q we can modify. So this is about your this entire conceptual version of your band pass filter. Now quickly jump into one small numerical and then try to understand how exactly we're going to solve a numerical for your band pass filter. Okay, so I'll just try to rub this. Let me keep this circuit as it is. So this is example number 7.7 from page number 270. Okay, so the thing whatever he has given, design a wide band pass filter. He himself has given wide band pass filter. Wide band pass filter anta avu kottanappa antandra, what do you expect the value of Q? Q will be less than 10 because he himself has given. He would have told you to calculate the value of Q, but since he has told design a wide band pass filter, no need to worry. Q nanaga hint kottanga. Q ಏನು ಬಂತ ನನಗೀಗ, Q is coming as less than 10 ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಾನ. Fine. So design a wide band pass filter with FL equal to 200 Hertz, FH equal to 1 kilohertz, and pass band gain as 4. It is exactly the same equation or the same problem what we have done for my low pass and high pass. Low pass filter problem ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನನಗೆ FH ಮತ್ತು pass band gain ಕೊಡ್ತಾನ. High pass calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ FL ಮತ್ತು pass band gain ಕೊಡ್ತಾನ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Band pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ FL and FH both he is going to give. Now again here I need to be giving a lot of other values. Let's not try to assume all the values and do the problem. E problem textbook assume madana, but right now I'm going to give the values. Okay, what are the values he is giving? Let me specifically write over here with respect to low pass filter, which is nothing but it is over here. So what are the contents he has given? So he is giving R1 dash as R dash as 15.9K, C dash as 0.01 microfarad, and then he is also giving C for my high pass filter. For my high pass filter, C he is giving as 0.05 microfarad, and R value he has not given. He is asking me to calculate what is the value of R. So if this is the things he has given, so if these are the things, I need to be using the different values and need to be calculating the things. Just hold on for a moment, I'll come back. Just give me 5 seconds. Yeah, sorry about that small glitch. Okay, so I was telling he has given these many parameters. Now let's try to calculate the different parameters. Now I'll try to just make you aware what are the things he has given. So he has given R dash, C dash, so which are nothing but your low pass filter values. He has given the value of C, he hasn't given the value of R. So which means I need to be calculating the R value. So once I calculate the R value, then accordingly I need to be calculating the final gain equation. Now, is that any other values that he should give? So he should fine. So you can calculate as it is. So let's try to calculate how do I find R for my high pass filter. So again, whether it is high pass filter or low pass filter, there is only one equation to find R and C. I'm going to rub this circuit, which is consuming maximum space over here. So let me rub this. So usually FL or FH or what is that equation you wrote? 1 by 2 pi RC. 1 by 2 pi RC. This is one equation you should remember, whether you are calculating for high pass or low pass. So now, right now I need the result for my R for high pass. Howda? So high pass anta bandaga nanu em togotini nanu FL togotini yakandre high bandaga low frequencies togotini. So I will be using this equation. Now please ensure that you are using proper equations. Yakandre FH matte FL value bare bare irtave. Tappi ನೀವು FH anta use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, then R value will be gone wrong. If R goes wrong, everything is wrong now. Right? If I'm using this one, so how do I extract R from here? R equal to 1 by 2 pi FL into C. So everything has been given. C is given 0.05 microfarad. FL has been given as 200 hertz. 2 pi I know. Calculate the value of R, and if I calculate the value of R, that also I am going to get it as 15.9 kilo ohm. So now that I achieved the R dash C dash value for low pass filter and obtained the value for R and C for my high pass filter, and accordingly I can construct my filter. Now the question comes, what for this gain equation, how should I use? Now as I was telling, whenever you question keladaga avanu enantana draw the frequency response plot. He asks you to plot the graph. So in order to plot the graph, you should keep on plotting the values over here and getting the expression for your V0 by Vi. So if I just want to do that, yesterday I told you with respect to low pass filter, how I do it? I take an input frequency, that is your F, and then I calculate V0 by V in gain magnitude, and then I calculate gain in dB, because that's what I will be using to plot the graph. Now if I consider 10, 30, some random values, usually you consider 10, 50, 100, 150, 200, like that you can consider. So I'm going to take those values only which he has given in the textbook. So like that he goes up to 10,000. So E values use modkondu, you can just plot it by considering some 10 values. That's why I tell you these problems, they are not complex, they are time consuming problems, because here you are doing a lot of donkey work, because repeatedly you try to substitute the input values and all the given values here in the equation, and you obtain V0 by Vi, and then you write over here and then use 20 log V0 by Vi and then obtain this value. So the entire tabular column ready madabekandre it will consume nearly 5 to 7 minutes. So these are time consuming problems. So in order to have a better efficiency in your time consuming problems, you should be thorough in calculating the other values quickly. So that's what I say. Try to ensure you remember the FH and FL formula, and try to remember this gain formula. So all those things you remember, immediately you calculate the remaining values, and then you can plot the graph by substituting the respective values over here. I'll just do it for one frequency. For input frequency of F equal to 10 hertz. So let's try to substitute over here. So A of F in kotana 4 kotana. I'll try to do it over here. F by FL. F is my 10. FL is my 200. 10 by 200. I need to be doing that. I need to be calculating this. Then 1 plus F by FL. Again, F by FL is 10 by 200. So 1 plus 10 by 200. This is squared over here. Okay, let me just calculate what is 10 by 200, so that would be easy. 0.05. So I can just write it as 0.05. 4 into 0.05. 1 plus 0.05 square under root multiplied by, again 1 plus, what is F by FH? FH is 1 kilohertz, F is 10. So 10 by 1 kilohertz, what will be the value? 10 by 1K. If I do it in the calculator, it is 0.01. So it is 1.0.1 whole square. This you have to solve, and whatever the value you're going to get, that you have to substitute over here. So he is getting the values for 0.1997. And then you do this by using the calculator again, by using the formula 20 log of 0.1997. See, I have done it over here. As you can see, 20 log of 0.1997. If I do it, I'm going to get minus 13.99 dB. So I'm going to mention it over here, minus 13.9. Like this, you are supposed to calculate for minimum of 10 values, and try to ensure you calculate the values for of equal spaces, like 10, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, and then you go for 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, and last for you keep it for 10,000. So if I do it, and if I try to plot using the different frequencies over here and gain value in dB, I'm going to get a graph something like this. So this is the plot of the particular problem, how you are supposed to solve, and this is how you design the circuit. And finally, if I want to calculate and if I want to cross check whether it is a wideband filter or not, he himself has given it as wideband filter, so which means on Q value in Boku it should be less than 10. Let's try to calculate it and figure out whether it is less than 10 or whether it is coming less than 10, or whether something wrong is given in the problem. Let's try to calculate. How I did, Q is equal to center frequency divided by bandwidth. What is FC? FC is nothing but square root of FL into FH. If I do square root of FL into FH, so let's try to do it. FL is 200 hertz multiplied by 1K. So if I do that, I'm doing it over here. Look here, square root of 200 into 1K, I did it, and I'm getting 447.2. So 447.2 whole divided by what is bandwidth? Bandwidth is nothing but the difference between FL and FH. So what is the difference between 200 hertz and 1 kilohertz? So that is nothing but your 800 hertz. And if I do the division, obviously the division would lead to somewhere around a value of 0.5, exactly half. So if I do it, I'm going to get the value as 0.56. And as expected, Q is less than 10, and this is a wide band filter as given in the problem. Sometimes he may not give the term as it's a wide band filter. He asks you to identify whether it is wide band or narrow band. So this is how you are supposed to do it. So this is the thing that the concept as well as a numerical based on your wide band filters. So this is about your filters with respect to band pass filter. So in the next class, I'm going to start with the narrow band filter. The narrow band filter, of course, like I was telling, we can use the same filter with Q greater than 10, or there is one more circuit that is available. We can make use of that as well. So once that is done, I'm going to, we are left with only two filters, that is narrow band reject and wide band reject filters. That is rejection filters are left. So ನಾಳೆ ಒಂದು ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಒಂದು ತಗೋತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಅಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿವೈಬ್ರೇಟರ್. So since this is the 6th lecture, so I still have 4 classes left to complete this entire module. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the remaining syllabus in maybe 2 or 3 classes, and one class dedicatedly I'm going to consider the numericals and doubt clearing sessions, and what are the things we should be expecting from you in the internals. So on the discussion I am going to carry out on Saturday. So on Saturday, I expect everyone, that is on 22nd. So 22nd will be a revision class. I won't be covering any syllabus. So whatever the syllabus I am going to cover till Friday, maybe I need to be taking some extra classes. So I'll be taking some extra classes. So till Friday matta ಎಷ್ಟು cover ಆಗುತ್ತಾ that will be there. ಎಷ್ಟು cover ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ module this entire module in the previous module. Both the modules are there for your internal examination. But on Saturday, I'm going to give you a clear-cut picture of what are the things you are supposed to answer or you are supposed to read from these two contents. So even discussion, I'm going to have it on Saturday. And in another 2 to 3 class, I'm going to wind up the remaining contents and we'll touch upon a few more numericals. And this is one thing. And the second one, how about the gate tutor questions? How many of you attempted? Did everybody attempted it? Please unmute yourself and respond to me, whoever has not attempted, so that I can enable it. It is not to punish you, so that I can enable it one more time. Quickly respond to me. If no response is coming, I guess everybody would have responded. I mean, everybody would have taken up that gate tutor examination, the assignment. Now, why we are insisting on gate tutor? I think you might have looked into the kind of problems that were asked in the gate examination. So these are the kind of problems that will boost your confidence and help you in understanding what are the real-time problems that will be asked in the competitive examinations. So other Samandra, we usually insist you to take up that exam. Now, anyhow, I'll be re-enabling, I'll be getting the status over here. I'll be reassigning the test to those on request. Please request me, send a WhatsApp message, and I'll enable that test for you guys so that you can take up that test. That is one thing. So we'll stop it over here. Maybe we have left with another 10 minutes. So I'll just go through one small numerical, and then maybe we can wind up this class. Okay, so here is one more problem I'm going to consider for my second order high pass filter. So second order high pass filter, I'm going to consider this particular numerical from the unsolved section. I'm going to brief you about how you're supposed to do that. So this is example number 7.6, page number 311. So he has given for the second order high pass Butterworth filter, he has given C2, C3 value, R2, R3 value, even he has given R1 and RF. So all the values he has given, he is asking you to calculate the lower cutoff frequency FL. And if I want to calculate this particular FL, the formula would be 1 by 2 pi under root of R2, R3, C2, C3. Don't ever try to write R1, R2. R1 it will be at the input side here. So this will be my capacitor. So idu R2, R3. This is my R1. So in your problem or in your numerical or in your formula, you should mention R2 and R3. And whatever the resistances that are coming here exactly at the input side, not this R1. R1 is coming at the inverting terminal. It is connected to the feedback. Those resistances which are towards the input. So R2, R3, C2, C3. So since I have got only one formula and he has given the values of R2. So R2 he has given as R2 equal to R3, he has given as 3.3 kilo ohm, and C2 equal to C3 he has given as 0.047, and R1 he has given as 27 kilo ohm, RF he has given as 15.8 kilo ohm. So all the values he has given. Basically I require R2, R3, C2, C3 for calculating my FL. If I calculate that, I'm going to get my FL. Once I know the FL value, I can be calculating the magnitude plot or the magnitude of my the gain magnitude. So what is my gain magnitude? How do I calculate? So I can calculate V0 by Vi. Magnitude is given by AF divided by 1 plus FL by F fourth root, because this is second order Butterworth high pass filter. So AF value. So I should be knowing what is the AF value. AF is what? The passband gain. He has not given. So how do I calculate AF? It is 1 plus RF by R1. And he has given R1 and RF value. Calculate that. You are going to get AF. Substitute that AF over here. FL you have just now calculated. F value, try to put different values, and accordingly you get the different values of V0 by VI. See, unlike your previous circuits ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಮಿತ್ ಟ್ರಿಗರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್, ನಾನ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈರ್, ಆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬೈ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಗೇನ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ different outputs or different gain values for different input frequency. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ when you try to obtain V0 by Vi, you should plot it in a tabular column. So a tabular column plot ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ when you get the contents in the tabular format, then you are supposed to draw the graph. So the graph of your high pass would be something like this. So this is what is the problems or the numericals where we are expecting the graphs. That is not only one output by input gain. One the gain bantappa alli mugithu antalla. You should ensure that you have calculated the gain for various input frequencies. So that is one thing you should remember. So this is example number 7.6. I have told you how to solve it. Solving is I am leaving it as an kind of assignment to you, and anyhow next assignment ಒಳಗೆ ಇದು ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀನಿ. And try to ensure that whatever the assignments I have given, you try to solve it properly, because those questions will be repeated in your examinations. And when I say examination, it is as good as internal as well as external. So this is about your problem number 7.6. And then there's one problem that I would like to take here is example number 7.8. In the 7.8 example, he talks about a wideband pass filter. He has given FL, he has given FH, and he has given the passband gain of 1. And he is asking us to calculate the value of Q. He is just asking the value, calculate the value of Q. And then he is asking us whether it is going to behave as a wideband or not. So if I say FL as 400 Hertz and FH as 1 kilohertz and passband as 1. So how do I calculate the Q? Q can be calculated as FC divided by bandwidth. And what is FC? FC is nothing but square root of FL into FH. If I do that calculation, what is that I'm going to get? So let's try to quickly do it. So under root of 400 multiplied by 1K 632.4. So FC is 632.4. What is the bandwidth? So 1K minus 400, I'm going to get as 600. So if I do that, 632.4 divided by 600, I'm going to get a value as 1.054. And since this is a less than 10, so definitely this is wideband. So we can confirm that the given filter is a wideband filter. So this is how we can solve with the numericals. So these two numericals are the numericals that are based on the concept whatever we have learned today. So with this, we'll try to wind up today's session, and then we can continue in the next class. So I'll enable the attendance link, and the attendance code is given on the screen. We can just note down that code and try to enter that code. So I'm just enabling the code, try to give the attendance. And if you have any doubts, any difficulties in understanding the concepts, please let me know. I'm available in the WhatsApp as well as in the Microsoft Teams. And one more thing I just want to tell you, try to ensure you read the concepts, you read all the concepts properly for your IA examinations. Don't expect any kind of questions from me. I won't be giving any questions, but I'll be rather telling which concept you should focus. Try to focus those concepts which are told as important, marked as important during the class. Try to ensure you read the concept from the question paper, and try to see that you replicate the concepts properly, and ensure that you write the answers or whatever is expected from for that particular concept, and don't confuse yourself while writing the answers. So we are left with only, like I was telling, only three concepts. Now we are going to cover, next we will be covering band reject filters and some numericals on that. And then we will be covering stable multivibrators. And based on those concepts, I'll be covering a few more problems on stable as well as the multi-stable vibrators. On that also, I'm going to cover few numericals. So that's it from my side today. So we'll meet again in the next class. So quickly give the attendance. We can, so that we can wind up the class. One important thing I just want to tell you. Just wait for 2 minutes.